This good YouTube Yu-Gi-Oh vendor here coming to y'all with a deck profile on my Onomat Ryzeal Mirsurugi deck. It's a POW deck. There's a lot of cards in this deck. I'm not going to show my side deck because I'm going to do an Onomat Ryzeal version of the deck since I already gave y'all my Ryzeal Mirsurugi version. So this is just an update of how you can play it this way and still have success in tournaments with Ryzeal. Just a different way of playing it. Nothing really new with it. It's just my take on it, and I want to explain my choices when it makes sense to do it. Other than that, y'all know what these cards do, so I'm not trying to make the deck profile too long. So Duo Drive allows you to get to your Ryzeal cards. Obviously, is really strong, is really good. One of the most important cards in the deck because of that. Detonator, your boss monster, ability to be a 3K beat stick that can protect itself and be a disruption and also just give your opponent tons of problem. Gaga Girl allow you to have consistency. It allows you to extend your board and get cards that gives you follow up or allow you to expand your board to be better. Then you got Aggregator and Valan. You send them off X. One destroys a face down card and the other one negates a face up card on the field, which is needed, as y'all know, who played against it and also played the deck. Those are important. And if you're not sending one of those, you're sending for sure Eclipse Twins, which basically allows you to summon back a seed monster when it's into the graveyard and gives it a material. Castell, some people cut it. I don't. I have had situations where monsters couldn't be destroyed and I needed a way to get rid of them easily. And since you can summon 2 monsters or more, it is a good card to just have. Some people cut this as well. I haven't. It's been situations where I needed to recycle certain extra deck or monsters. And the fact that you can also draw a card comes up. And then Daguerre's, I also chose not to cut this because it allows you to double attack. It allows you to draw. It allows you to get bodies on board. So it's a situational card, but I'd rather have it than not. And then same with Starly's Photon Blast Dragon. Not as great as people think, but sometimes if you have a weak hand or your opponent hand traps you a lot, and you can have this and Detonator on the board, it's still stronger than a lot of other boards you can end with. And then Banshee, the fact that you can detach like a Dodo or something like that, get their effects off, and still get a Pyro to your hand like X or, you know, Ice, is just really important to the consistency of you having a good board or at least one that's manageable. And then Babuska, the same. If your hand is bad, obviously you can sit on Babuska if your opponent don't have a way to out it. And then Exiton Knight clears boards. Still have to keep it. And I feel the same way about Tornado Dragon. The fact that you can blow up 2 cards and it comes up. I use it a lot more than what people may think. And then you have to play this now because it's a bridge. It allows you to search 1 level for a lower monster if you have 3 material, and if you have 4 material, allows you to search a spell and trap. So you can search your prayers, you can search your ritual, your mirror, or you can just search any Onomat card, and you can search any Ryzeal monster because most of them level 4, or even the level 4 Mirsurugi cards, or even the Onomat stuff. And then 2 ice, no surprise there. The tour guide of the deck comes up every duel. You always going to want to use it to give you a good board. And then obviously Sword Ryzeal, just a extender, and it just allow you to get to another card if they don't have a way to stop it disruption wise. And then X, the strongest one, because it allow you to send a card that can break a board or give you advantage, plus giving you a search and a free summon. And then Star, I still play it. Some people say it's a brick in this version, but sometimes your hand be really weak and you just want to cross with something big or cross with something with an interruption, just because sometimes that's the best thing you can do to have some type of board. And then no Ryzeal, it's just another easy summon and allow you to get to your seeds. The reason why I win a lot of duels mainly, honestly, is the Mirsurugi engine. That's why I probably prefer the Ryzeal Mirsurugi version, is because this card is really, really strong. It's been reprinted a lot because it's a really good boss monster. You can negate a card or have your opponent discard a card. You can blow up the field. It comes back. It adds consistency to the deck because you can search if it's tributed. Same with Abakiri, adds consistency. Strong monster. And then you can just get cards on the board or search. And then Futsu, get cards on the board because every time your opponent special summon, you can special summon Mirsurugi monster from grave. So that comes up a lot. Plus it's level 8. You can use it for a season. I don't play it, but that can come up in some people builds. And then Saji, searches spells or traps. That's Mirsurugi. Kusanagi adds a banish or one from your graveyard Mirsurugi card back to your hand. And then Amarasa is good because it adds a monster. All these cards come up basically every duel if you're trying to win. They're important. Some people cut this in the build, but I have had a lot of time where I just needed another monster that's a reptile to be able to summon. And the fact that it summons itself and becomes something you can accede with is just really good for the deck. I know you probably don't need it as much, but sometimes it can happen where you see it and you're not mad about it, or you're just happy that you had an extra reptile. And then Dododo Warrior, it can special summon itself because it can become a level 4 and it allows you to dump an Onomat card. And that comes up to be able to make some cool boards that you probably could do if Ryzeal had more cards back off the ban list. But since they hit so much, with X being the 1, Sword being the 2, and Ice being the 2, you still need something that can help you extend your board or play through hand traps. And these cards allow you to do it because this card allows you to summon it back, and then you can get a level 4 on board. This card does the same, but you just do it from hand. You can summon this card and summon a level 4, and that can allow you to accede. And then obviously this does similar things. This is a card that you want to see, so you can be able to set up things when it comes to the Dododo and the Onomat stuff. And then Go Gloves is no different. Some people cut it in this build because they feel like it's a brick. But if it goes through, or you have a way to get it to where you need it to go in those situations, it can help you build a decent board. So your ceiling might be higher playing this card, but it also can become a card that can become a brick. But you do have a lot of situations in this deck where you can get rid of it, drop it, or discard it, and it still serves as a card that can come back to hunt your opponent later in the game. You can say the same thing about Cope. Comes up as another summon, and it allows you to continue to build a decent board through hand traps or disruptions. And then hand traps, nothing new here. 3 Ash is what I play. Then I also play 3 Bell. And it's essential. It counters a lot of things for you in this meta. So I want to see it. I want to open it. And sometimes you love opening Ash and Bell. It really makes things tough for your opponent. And 3 Fua, probably one of the best hand traps still too. Just allows you to draw cards and force your opponent to make decisions that they really don't want to make. Or it just gets your opponent to ash you. And you're like, well, I don't have to really worry about that on Saji or Ice or, other cards in the deck that you want to not be ashed. Because you can use ash once per turn if they use it on you. And then Droll. Some people say, oh, you play Mirsurugi, you shouldn't be playing Droll. But it's just so strong. If you see it, it just makes a big difference. And then, of course, Nibiru. Play 1 copy because you can get in situations where you need to continue to extend. And since I play cross out, you'd be like, well, I kind of wanted you to show me that you have Nibiru, but it also don't hurt my board because I'm just going to negate it with cross out. Or I'm just going to use it on you because you probably might think I don't play it. And then Mirsurugi Prayers allows you to search your Mirsurugi cards and allows you to summon one of them. And it's just a good consistency card. 1 Ritual, really powerful spell, allows you to summon your Mirsurugi cards from hand or deck or graveyard. Well, hand or deck. And then Mirsurugi Mirror allows you to do it from graveyard and from hand. And then you got 3 pre-preps, one of the best spell cards in the game. especially because it has ritual cards and they allow you to get the ritual spell, which is mirror, and then a ritual monster, and then you can play from there. And then this does the same. You can discard a card. Like I said, if you have bricks or cards you don't really need as much in your hand, you discard one of them, get them in the grave, and some of them can play even from the grave if you have the right cards on the field or in your hand. And this still allows you to add one of each of the Onomat things. And that's really good because you need to see them to be able to play sometimes. And then pick up card you can get off God cards, and it does serve its purpose. And then Droplet, one of the best cards in the game right now. You need to break boards. You need to find a way to stop your opponent from going off before they build the board. And it's good to be able to attack over monsters that's high. And then Run Cross allows you to control the board a little bit. Obviously, it recycles your Ryzeal cards. It gives you an extra draw. And then on top of that, it just allows you to negate monster effects when you have an established board. It makes it tougher on your opponent. Then in consistency cards like Cross, it would be Bonfire. Bonfire is really good. It allows you to see your pyro monsters and is at 1. So like I said, if we had more than just 1X, this would be a totally different deck. But since we have 1X, we kind of have to play it this way to stay competitive with the meta if you want to play the, this version of the deck. And then obviously one pot of prosperity, a consistency card, allows you to see starters and cards you might be missing to be able to play, especially if you get hand trapped. And then one Call by the Grave, one of the best spells ever created. Same with Cross Out, allows you to continue the combo, allows you to do what you really want to do because you can stop your opponent from stopping you. And then obviously one Triple Tactics Thrust, Triple Tactics Talent, allows you to draw, allows you to get a card out your opponent's hand or take a monster that you can swing for game or a link with or a seed with, whatever you want to do with it. And then obviously 3 Imperm Staple. This allows you to negate monster effects and is not once per turn, so that's always great. And then Purification allows you to stop your opponent from doing things that hurt you, or it can help them come back into the game. And it just says no to a lot of cards. And that's why it's worth playing, because you need those type of cards to be able to win. Other than that, like I said, I got an Onomat Ryzeal deck profile coming up next. It's just a different way of playing. Ryzeal, if you're a fan of the deck still, and you still want to find a way to play it competitively. Then after that, got other deck profiles in general. I got more binders, got more things for y'all to see, more things for y'all to watch. Thank y'all for being fans. Thank y'all for being loyal to the channel. And just thank y'all for enjoying the content that I make on the channel. Other than that, good seeing y'all again. Good giving y'all something to watch. Going to try to continue to do it as much as I can. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.